Good evening, sim racing fans, and welcome to West Coast Sim Racing, the GR86 League. Tonight, we're live from the virtual and legendary Brands Hatch Circuit, a classic British venue it's as classic as it is technical, as it is fast. This place always brings and delivers some tight battles here. We've seen some elbows out here before between some drivers, between both the West Coast Sim Racing and the Apex Motor Club. Tonight it all clashes here with these Toyota GR86s. It's going to be fun to watch these light horsepower but very lightweight racing machines take to this high-speed technical circuit. My name's Sean Stam. Welcome in here live to Stam Studio Network. Before we cut virtual track side, we'll take a look at the point standings here. It's our point standings as well as kind of finishing order from last week at Mid-Ohio. Stone Colby ran away, I wouldn't say run away with it, but you got to be careful with letting Stone up there in the point standings, as he could start to run away with it. Joey Rainey finished P2 last week, as well as continues to run P2 in the point standings. Andrew Bound, Slater Colby, Joe Rainey up in the P5. Brandon Birch, Nico Colby, Marvin Samayoa, the Marvin Tater himself. They're P8, Nikolai Meiswinkle, and Dylan Asset. They're in the P10. Jake Steckler, Darren Colby, Josh Hunter, Colton Juarez, and Ali Xe, who round up the top 15 in the point standings, as we now finally have authority able to do it. So we'll cut virtual trackside action here tonight. As you can see, here we have the kind of qualifying results there on the left side of your screen. Andrew Bound to the pole, Brandon Birch, Nico Colby, Slater Colby, and Jake Steckler, who round up the top 5. Those are the unofficial qualifying results, so we'll wipe them here from the screen and get them pulled up here in just a few moments' time as we get the official qualifying results in. Before we do, though, we have to take a look at kind of our race conditions tonight. It's a tough, high-speed, technical, 9-turn, 2.3-mile circuits here out of Kent up in the UK. We're running the Grand Prix layout. It's a 2.4-mile layout. Temperatures up in the 79 degrees Fahrenheit range. I hope it's not Celsius. We're sitting at an altitude of about 430 feet, so these engines have plenty of oxygen to work with here tonight. Now we can take a look at our official Slipstream Performance starting grid here tonight. Mentioned those top 5 drivers. Andrew Bound slaps it on the pole with a 1:37.258, ripping it around your Brands Hatch on the GR86. Man, how about Brandon Birch? He's right up there beside our race leader. He'll start on the outside row of our starting row. Nico Colby, it's Biko Colby. He'll start P3. Slater Colby, it's brotherly, gonna be the brotherly action there in that second row, 3rd and 4th. Jake Steckler, Joey Rainey. Hey, how about it? Joey, he was P2 there just a week ago from Mid-Ohio. Joey will start P6 here tonight. Stone Colby, Juan Hallett, Marvin Samayoa, Joe Rainey, Igor Zykharov, I'm butchering it. Igor, let me know there. And Warren Johnson, the league owner, he'll start P12. Nikolai Meiswinkle, Colton Juarez, Samuel Donathan, Josh Hunter, who's really, really fast. Matter of fact, last season was I believe our champion in the multi-class series. Glenn Brenton will start P17. Demetrius Gallegos. Hey, how about Amethyst Reese, the Crystal Gems machine? She's back out here tonight. Darren Colby's out here as well. Andreas Profana, Gregory Butcher, Christine McHoney, and Kalani Lamia. That's going to round out our 24. Wait, we got one more. 25 driver grid. Benjamin Forehand, who rounds out P25 into number 35. Alrighty, we got the field stacked and racked here. Let me know who y'all rooting down there live on All Stam Studio Network, as Andrew Bound and Brandon Birch will lead us to the green flag here in just a few moments' time. Checking in on all YouTube land, of course, Moonlight Dancer back and in for some more virtual racing action. Audrey is in here as well, saying let's go, go, go. Terry as well as Ted, we appreciate each and every single one of you. Jordan Dappy saying LFG boys and girls here tonight. It's going to be fun to watch these drivers put on a show for each and every single one of you. Once again, from the bottom of my heart, the race fans, the drivers, and the league owners, everything that goes on here behind the scenes, nothing goes unnoticed for this West Coast Sim Racing League. And Andrew Bound, he's kind of right up there on the rear bumper of that iRacing safety pace car. The field is kind of lacking there behind him. Brandon Birch now is able to catch back up to him. That's going to be fun to watch. Not only Brandon Birch, as he has some real nice pace from Brands Hatch, this 2.3-mile circuit, but Brandon Birch, that's a very similar paint scheme to Andrew Bound. Andrew Bound is one of our fastest drivers in practice and in qualifying. How about race 2 here for the Toyota GR86 West Coast Sim Racing League? Andrew Bound, there he is right up at front. We are already looking 3. Here we go, 4 wide this early on. This is going to be immaculate here going into turn 1. We'll settle it back down to 3. Andrew Bound is able to run away with the race lead for the time being. Nico Colby, he'll fall back to P2. Jake Steckler, Joey Rainey, here we go, still 3 abreast. Juan Hallett, Slater Colby, looks like he was the meat in the sandwich. He's going to be able to kind of mosey out and on for his time being. Stone Colby starts to join this battle. He's on the outside. He's going to put 2 tires on the grasscrete. That's what you're able to do here from the grasscrete. That's going to keep debris down here on the track, as well as it kind of allows you to keep the speed and the momentum up there out of corner exit. It's going to, we're not even on lap 1 yet of the race, and it's still, it's gap times that are still separated by less than 1/10 of a second, kind of throughout the race field. Nico Colby tries to size him up there. I believe that was in 2, 5, and 6. Let's see what Nico can do here in the 6 and 7. Slater Colby, he's running that's why I think he's running the red paint scheme. Yep, the red and yellow paint scheme right there behind Joey Rainey. Lots of new paint schemes here tonight. Looks like Joey Rainey, he got loose as a goose. Joey Rainey falls back to P6, albeit back to where he started. Slater Colby takes away that position. We'll go back out up here to the race lead as Andrew Bound tries to run away from a hard-charging Nico Colby machine. Nico up 1 spot since that drop of the green flag. Let's see what these drivers do here into that tough, into that treacherous. Got to keep the speed and momentum up here in turn 1. Nico Colby kind of fakes the inside line, keeps Andrew Bound looking in his rear view mirror as Brandon Birch, he's going to fall back there from P2, but continue to kind of fight for his right to party in that final driver interview position. Brandon Birch, how about Stack? Jake Steckler, the hot pink Apex Motor Club 42 machine. He's gained a spot. He's also going to put those right side tires on the grasscrete. He's not, I don't think he's going to gain an incident point doing that. It's what it's designed to do here. There's a reason iRacing Simulation Motorsports, ladies and gents. It's called a simulator, and it's not called a video game for a reason. It's laser scan circuits. It's laser scan vehicles. You can't get much better than West Coast Sim Racing on it, as well as Jake Steckler is still within striking distance. He gets a little bit of suck there from that slipstream and draft pause going on that back stretch. Starts to be about 3/10 that separates 1 and 2. Brandon Birch and now Jake Steckler separated by about 6 to 7/10 of a second. Oh God, Nico's gonna love it. Slater Colby, Stone Colby, and Marvin Samayo. You can start to throw a a blanket over this battle here as they make their way back down, and another kind of straightaway. With that, once again, you're able to use the slipstream, you're able to use the draft, you're able to get that big run there on the car up in front of you. We've seen Marvin Samayo here. I believe it was from Brands Hatch before. He's had some pace. He's gonna have some contact there from Juan Hallett there behind him. Marvin Samayo, he swatting flies in the cockpit of that number 97 GR86 machine. What cat-like reflexes here for Samayo as he continues to find another day. That could have been big, that could have been huge for Samayoa, but Juan Hallett continues to apply the pressure to the wounds. That is that rear quarter panel. There goes, 3 wide. We're gonna start to look at in the back, a little bit further back. It's gonna be 3 wide again, even further back behind them. But I think that was the Dynaco machine of Igor there, who went for a little bit of kind of four-wheel in action there. Looked like he had the ATV out. He's gonna go for a slip and slide over. He's gonna fall back to about P15. But once again, that's another driver who's going to live to find another day. Right behind this battle, it started to be 3 wide. It started 2 and 2 between Andreas Griffin, Demetrius Gallegos, as well as Benjamin Forehand. They're going to run door to door there. I'm liking what I'm seeing. It's ethical racing there between Benjamin Forehand, Andreas Profana, and Demetrius Gallegos. Ooh, hang on to her, Benjamin. It's a 25, count them, 25 driver grid. There it goes. Oh my goodness gracious. That goes Amethyst Reese, I think. Nope, that's going to be Andreas Profana, who was a little bit wide in the Dynaco machine. Apologies there, Amethyst. I thought that was a little bit of blanket there, but this is the blanket between 17th, 18th, 19th position. Demetrius, he started P18, continued running that 18th spot. It's once again such a high speed as well as combination of a technical road course here from Brands Hatch. It can be hard to actually make the pass happen. Uh-oh, Juan Hallett's had a little bit of a bump and run earlier on in this race. Right in front of Juan Hallett, though, it's Joe Rady. Whoa, 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 Marvin Samayoa, he goes for a slip and slide. Hey, look who's starting to join this battle as that's still going to run door to door. It's the league owner. It's Mr. Warren Johnson. This is going to be a special camera shot, ladies and gents. Not only is it the virtual driver cam, it's the real life driver cam with Warren. He's got his foam Chiefs head on. We're also live on board with Nico Colby. He was locked in right now. He's up in that V2 battle. You see, Warren Johnson, he's got his popcorn bucket out. He'll sprinkle some cheese on top of it as Marvin Samayoa continues to join that battle of Juan Hallett and Joe Rainey right up there in front of him. Whoa, no! Warren Johnson is going to need some new pants after that one. Get the dude lights out there as Juan Hallett got, oh boy, that we're going to have to take another look at it. That was crazy. Okay, here's Warren, and then, okay, I don't think that there was contact between Marvin Samayoa and Juan Hallett, but it was definitely some close racing between the two. Well, here's one more look at Juan Hallett. Yeah, I don't think it was contact, but definitely starting to lean on each other there for Samayoa and Hallett. But that's what you have to do in Toyota GR86 Cup racing, just like kind of with what we see in the Mazdas. You have to, I'm not going to say contact and bump and run every corner, but that's what you kind of do to have to keep up with these drivers up in front who continue to lean on with one another. We're about 7 minutes down here, and in the race, we do have the competition caution to re-rack and restack the field at the 21-minute mark here. It's still 0.4 of a second separating Bound and Colby. That's Nico Colby, who is locked in on that live driver camera. Brandon Birch is up to P3. Jake Steckler, I mean, you can't really mention his name enough here tonight. It's another real nice run for the Steck machine. If my memory serves me correct, I'm looking at my notes. I'm not seeing him finish there in the top 10 of last week for Mid-Ohio, but I believe he was definitely up and into the running. I think he had a late spin there after the competition caution, and that's just, it invites kind of another thing to watch here. That's why you got to keep tuned in. Oh, sparks are going to fly there from Juan Hallett and Warren Johnson. Man, how about that, Warren? He's going to find that inside line. Nice pass. Liking what I'm seeing out of the number 24. Looks like a little Jeff Gordon-esque there, but this fight isn't over just yet. I mentioned that because that is Warren Johnson's NASCAR legends there that he likes to, that he looked up to as a youngster, as a little wee wobbler. Warren Johnson now finding clear from it once again, but for how long? He might actually have some help here from Josh Hunter as they're going to run side by side going into turn one. Be careful here, though, because it's going to switch back into the left. Excuse me, it switches back to the right and then the left-hander. It's uphill. It's off camber. This is a lot trickier than this may seem here, as these drivers are making it seem. Excuse me. Juan Hallett tries to run away from this battle between Josh Hunter, Darren Colby, Warren Johnson, Josh Hunter, and Darren Colby is starting to join in on this battle. The battles are so close. The numbers are starting to all merge together here for us. I think it's time here for a quick look at this battle for the race lead. As Nico Colby, hey, he's found a little bit of pace here, ladies and gentlemen, sim racing fans of all ages. It's now just 0.25. That's 2.5 tenths separating Andrew Bound and Nico Colby. Looking at this last lap time here between them, it's been a little bit slower there for Mr. Nico Colby, but how about lap 4 and 5? Nico Colby's he's studying something. He's going to school. He's studying for some exams. Nico Colby, how about it? He's learning where he's possibly just a little bit slower here compared to Andrew Bound. He's also using that slipstream and draft, as these are some pretty long straightaways here from Brands Hatch. Biko, he's gonna think better of it. Just once again trying to play that mental game that we saw Andrew Bound and Nico play kind of earlier on in the race. This is chess that we're gonna continue to run for about 45 minutes of. We get that quick competition caution break, but this is it's going to be hard to beat here, ladies and gents. And if you're looking here to get into it, make sure you send a chat down there live in YouTube land, and I'll make sure I'll send you into the right direction. Okay, real quick before things get to a little nitty-gritty, a little bit tuned to the argy-bargy tonight, take a quick crank it up and enjoy the sights and sounds out of these Toyota GR86s ripping to life. I'll be right back up with you up here in the booth. Thanks, everybody. Go back out here for the race lead. Crank it down because Nico Colby is cranking up the pressure up here. That's all the time I'm going to give you before I start to get a little bit too more excited up here. Andrew Bound, he's tried to hold him off lap after lap after lap. I saw there in that last static shot, Nico Colby tried to size him up there going into 1 and 2. Unfortunately, not able to make it happen. Brandon Birch, he's still lurking with them. He's still putting lap times that are consistently right there with these front two runners. The slipstream of draft is going to help as well, but that's not to kind of discredit the Brandon Birch machine. He's found some speed. He's found some pace. We know he's had it, but it's nice to see him put it on the show here for us tonight here from Brands Hatch. He finished P6 from Mid-Ohio, but it's kind of same story, different racetrack there for Mr. Brandon Birch. He had the pace. He had the. I think he led a couple laps there from Mid-Ohio there as well. Brandon Birch, we'll have to see what he does here, and it's also pretty special. Finally got to put a face to the name. Oh no! He almost got the Shauna Tater curse. He started to have to swat some flies after he pulled the Formula Drift save. Those tires, trust me, I don't think are going to be too happy with Birch. But real quick as to what I was saying, Birch, Slater, Stone, Steck, Rainey, Samayoa, Johnson. Matter of fact, that made it easy. I was just going down the live timing and scorings. I'm sure I'm missing a few names as well, but once again, so fun to put some faces to some names out there at Apex Motor Club. We appreciate Apex flying me out there and putting a little bit better of a highlight video together. That'll be releasing in just a couple of time. But back to this battle for the race lead. Nico Colby, he continues to try to make something happen. Continues to try to make the more, I don't know if you call it the more aggressive move for the race win. Excuse me, not race win just yet, but move for the race lead as he's got that vehicle buyer's black and white machine pounding the Peppa Pig rear bumper. It's a lot of fun to watch here. These drivers putting on a show. We appreciate you all joining in here live on Stam Studio Network. It's getting pretty good. Apollo joined us live in YouTube chat. Terry is still with us. Audrey is still hanging out. Moonlight Dancer, Ted as well. How about this? Let us know maybe who you think gets it done. I bet you right now Malena's watching her son try to make this pass happen. We've seen the ethical wheel racing not only here tonight, but it's been not only one, not only two, it's been 3 race seasons between these two drivers. They know how each other races. Well, right now they're going to continue to try to really put on the not only show for the fans, but as well as, hey, they're going to continue to fight for their right to party as well as for the battle for the race lead. A quick pit stop there for Kalani Lemias in pit lane after he had I think an off-track excursion. Looks like he made it back on track, but then had to tow it down there to the pits, I do believe. Let's hang on board here with Nico Colby. Watch the hands here as well as listen to the throttle trace. Some Nico's eyeballs look there real quick for maybe a millisecond up there at the top rear view mirror, just enough to make sure Brandon Birch isn't close enough here to possibly hound on this battle for the race lead just yet. And Brandon Birch is still right up there with him, and I really do think right now, I don't know what the live odds are here on Brandon Birch, but give me him, give me Brando Bircho as the race winner tonight, as we are just about 5 minutes until the competition caution. Nico Colby, he's flashing Andrew, he's flashing us down there in the straightaway as he gets a shot from Brando Bircho. Here comes Brandon, knock it on the inside line, clear. Brandon Birch back to P2, he takes the spot right back to where he started this race. He puts Nico Colby back down to where he started this race. Don't look now, ladies and gents, but look who is starting to join this battle. It's Joey Rainey. It's another Rainey Homes racing machine. He's going to look for 2 top 5 finishes for the season opener. Well, the season opener, he finished 5th. He's running top 5 right now. We'll see if he can go back-to-back top 5. Stone and Slater. I kind of cut to this battle a little bit earlier on there, but had to kind of abruptly cut back to the race lead. It's race lead starting to kind of cool down here just a little bit as Andrew Bound is starting to open up a slight gap after Nico Colby falls back to P3. I don't think Slater and Stone are necessarily battling it right now. I think that they continue to not really put themselves in an awkward position. They continue to make some very nice space happen in these overstocked vehicles. VehicleBuyers.com machines. If you're looking to buy, if you're looking to sell, make sure you hit up, once again, overstockvehicles.com or VehicleBuyers.com. Looking to buy it, looking to sell there. Slater and Stone, we've seen this time and time again that they continue to hang out here with them. They're smart. They have the racecraft and skill to know that's really, hey, I will say the first half of the race, it does matter, don't get me wrong, but they're smart enough to know that it's really the second half of this race that all hell starts to break loose here. You have to be there towards the end of it, and like I mentioned, we have seen that time and time again between these two Coltsters. As I'm talking all that right here with them, but they continue to run within 1 second between this battle between P2, P3. This battle for 5th and 6th, it's not going anywhere between Slater and Stone as they're right up with Joey Rainey, Nico Colby, and Brando Bircho. I don't know if that one's going to stick, but it's going to stick here. It's going to have to stick here tonight. It's, okay, that graphic. It's Brandon Birch, Nico Colby, Joey Rainey. He's still right up in here with them. And check out the different lines here as we work our way through turns 1. Look at Andrew Bound. He got way wide, and then it was kind of a staggered effect there. These drivers, although once again they're very kind of lightweight, they're light horsepower machines, but they're also, I will admit, Brands Hatch, it is fast enough, at least for my time behind the wheel. Dirty air, it does, it will. Excuse me, it does, it can, and it will play a factor here tonight. I think that's why we started to see that staggered effect into high-speed corner turn 1. We are just about, I would call it 2 to 3 laps away from that competition caution. Nico Colby, he's starting to, I wouldn't say fall back, but continue to kind of retain the gap there from Brandon Birch. And Andrew Bound here, the Peppa Pig machine, though. We got to be careful. I know the competition caution's coming here, but Andrew Bound to the race lead. He could be possibly looking at 2 back-to-back top 3 finishes as he starts to kind of run away with it here. also scanned some battles here. This one's going to be between Andreas Profana, Glenn Bratton, and Demetrius Gallegos. Got some windshield wipers flying. No, ladies and gentlemen, no, that is not for rain there to the Moza racing machine of Glenn Bratton. That's I think that you can have them like kind of auto mapped here on iRacing. Once your windscreen gets dirty enough, it'll wipe that all of it right off there for you. Not good enough to say maybe a stock car tear off, but good enough for you to see maybe just a little bit better, as well as try and make that pass there on Demetrius Gallegos, who puts 2 tires off the racing line. Nico Colby, this is going to be back out here for the battle for P2. He's going at it here. It's going to be side by side in the, I didn't quite catch the sponsor, but the Joey Rainey Homes Racing Machine, white and black. Toyota GR86 has cleared the black and white one there from the vehiclebuyers.com machine of Nico Colby. Joey, this is also dangerous here. The birds aren't, oh boy, that's a fun paint scheme. The birds aren't real. Congratulations, Joey Rainey. He's got, I think the new child is here, so congratulations, Joey. It's finally happened, and he's back out here on the virtual track tonight. From what we've seen within other real life racing events, as well as the NASCAR world, that's something special. That kind of lights a little bit something under that left rear quarter panel. That's another driver who I could possibly see visiting virtual victory lane here tonight. We know how hard he's going to fight for it, especially as we continue to close our way and now work our way into the competition caution. It flies loud and proud. Yellow flag is out. Andrew Bound, he's to the race lead. He's going to retain. This whole pack should pretty much retain their positions, except for, well, I don't know. We're just going to have to see if anybody pits here. I'll kind of walk us here real quick through the fields. Joey Rainey, he's P2. Nico Colby, P3. Slater Colby's P4. Stone Colby is still P5, and that's two. Well, now it's going to be. Well, that'll be fun to watch on this race restart. Nico, Slater, and Stone. 3rd, 4th, 5th. Jake Steckler, he's still right up in there with them in that Apex Motor Club racing machine. Keep an eye on that hot pink and yellow one going into that fast, as well as technical turn 1. Brandon Birch, no. One of my live bets, he'll fall back to P7, but I wouldn't necessarily call him out of the race here with as much pace as we've seen out of the number 36 machine. It's Samayoa, it's the Marvin Tater, one of the co-commentators here that does quite a bit of work with me down there and up in the virtual booth. Marvin, we appreciate all that there that goes on. Some pretty hard work, as you know, back behind the scenes. Marvin Samayoa is up there to P8 as Nico Colby's still flashing us like it's Mardi Gras there in New Orleans. Joey Rainey, he's P9. Warren Johnson, P10. Josh Hunter, Benjamin Forand, that makes out the P12. Amethyst Reese, oh, Warren. Amethyst Reese, the 037 machine. She will restart the air P13. Igor Rexa, oh, golly. I'm just not, let me know, because I'm butchered it one too many times. They'll start 14th in the 127. Samuel Donathan, Juan Hallett, Darren Colby, the father of the trio bunch here out on the racetrack. Vehiclebuyers.com, Toyota GR86 machine will race restart P17. That's 3 positions gained since the drop of the green flag. Andreas Profana and the Dynaco number 95 machine. We saw him four-wheel it a little bit earlier on in the race. Glenn Bratton, Gregory Butcher, Colton Juarez, Christine McConey, as well as Kalani Lemia and Nikolai Maiswinkle, who round out the top 25. All right, we will get lights out on the iRacing safety car this time by, but if you're just now joining us, I mean, take a look at the track map here. It's tough, it's treacherous, it's high speed as well. 9-turn track, 2.3 miles here from Brands Hatch. We are just now coming off of our competition caution, so we're gonna re-rack them, we're gonna restack them. I believe what will be side by side, 2 wide on this race restart, and it's all gonna be in Andrew Bound's hands. We saw in race 1 from Mid-Ohio after Andrew Bound, I forget, excuse me, if he was leading at the time, but I remember jumping down there into the chat there live after the race ended. Quite a few of those drivers admitted that they were caught sleeping on this race restart. So I'm sure Andrew Bound, he's either going to try to use that to his advantage. There's no or about it. I think Andrew Bound is going to try to, he is going to use that to his advantage. Andrew Bound's going to try to do all that he can do here because he also knows that, I mean, the cream rises to the top here, Paz. The pace rises to the top of the pylon. Joey Rainey, he's going to restart P2. Nico Colby, P3. Slater Colby, P4. Stone Colby, P5. Yeah, I hope everybody's got their drinks and got your snacks out here tonight because it's all gets intense from here. The intensity is ramped through the roof. I can already feel it here. Even though it's virtual racing, we're still going to see some real-life elbows out here. And just after turn number 9, Andrew Bound, the field is on you, man. It's all when kind of find that clutch pedal, find that upshift gear. There you see Nico Colby's already waiting on it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in here to the West Coast Sim Racing League. It's the Toyota GR86 one. It's Andrew Bound. Joey Rainey is out up front. There goes Andrew Bound and onto the gas pedal there to turn number 9. We are green flag racing here for the second half, for really the feature part of this race, you can call it. Joey Rainey, he's back up to P2. Nico Colby up to P3. Slater Colby, Stone Colby still continuing to run. It's a nice kind of clean, cordial start here at the front of the pack. It's not till about 15th, 16th, 17th that we start to look too wide. It's Samuel Donathan. It's going to be, I believe that's Juan Hallett. It is. Here comes Juan Hallett down into the inside of Igor. Juan is going to find himself across the stripe there, already gaining a spot. We are back to green flag racing. We are back to the front of the pack of Andrew Bound, Joey Rainey, and Nico Colby. All these drivers separated by about 4/10 of a second. Then it's 9/10 of a second separating P2 and P3. Nice bird's eye view. Once again, we're going to see these different lines start to come in play here. What driver maybe pushes it a little bit too earlier on here in the run, maybe heats up these tires, puts a little bit too much pressure into them earlier on. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what driver is able to make this, I wouldn't call it long run speed happen, but kind of, once again, you got to know what you're fighting here, whether it's fighting for your right to party or just fighting for your right to run another lap. It's Brandon Birch, it's Jake Steckler, two friends that are their buddies out there on and off the racetrack, but right now I don't know if they're buddies on the virtual racing track as they continue to run nose to tail between one another. Jake Steckler, he's got his windshield wipers moving and grooving. He's got Marvin Samayoa, the Marvin Tater, continuing to run up right on this battle here for 6 and 7. Right behind him, though, it's Darren Colby. It's Amethyst Reese with a little bit of contact on their side. They're still going to run side by side. A little bit of Darren Colby spin through the gravel. Darren Colby back up and onto the racing line. Contact there once again. That's now going to send Gregory Butcher hard on the outside tire barrier. We'll keep them all straight here. All of these 4 sets of tires, 4, 8, 12, 16, call it 20 tires out there. I don't know if it's going to be 4 sets of tires that turn better than 8 or 8 sets of tires that turn better than 12 there, as a little bit of contact on their side that kind of introduced that one and induced that spin there for Gregory. This is back out here to the race lead. Andrew Bound, Joey Rainey, Nico Colby. Even though there's still a long way to go, there's a long time to get there for these drivers. They're still all trying to do what they say can't be done. The top on board with Stone Colby, yes, he's lost about a second to twin brother Slater up there, as well as Youngie brother up there, as Nico Colby continues to fight for that final driver interview position. One of my favorite camera shots here with Stone Colby. It's very kind of reminiscent of the real life Apex Motor Club racing that Stone, Nico, Slater, and a couple of these other drivers do that real life Apex Motor Club. You really can kind of match up the throttle inputs, the steering inputs, as well as kind of you can hear the brakes when he's able to get on him here. Let's see if Stone is able to kind of get a little bit closer to Slater Colby. He's going to dive in deep there out of turn 9. We're going to come across the stripe and complete lap 18 this time by. And look at it, they're going to start to snake down every single straightaway possible. The front 4 drivers trying to break that slipstream, trying to break that draft that I mean continues to train its way kind of down and through the pack. Here comes a nice side-by-side battle between turns 2 and 3. Joe Rainey and Marvin Samayoa. Like I mentioned, although this is a high-speed track, there is the slipstream and draft available. It's so hard to keep the speed and momentum up here, as it's hard to make. To me, it's hard to make a pass happen. Sure, I say hard to make a pass happen here, as we'll look at, oh God, Amethyst Reese goes hard on the outside wall, almost spins up on into the racing line, but going to hold the brake pedal hard and steady there for Amethyst. This is back up here to this battle between Darren Colby, Andreas Profana. How about Demetrius Gallegos? He's right up in there with them. Darren Colby, the white and neon yellow and black car up there, kind of middle of your screen, vehiclebuyers.com. Darren Colby's going to let Demetrius Gallegos go. Darren Colby, he's still P17, and that's still in the green from where he started this race. Nice run here tonight for Mr. Darren Colby. Well, it's a nice run for the Colbster machine, but it's also a nice run here for Andrew Bowner. At least it was. The gap is now starting to shrink pretty quick as Joey Rainey, Nico Colby, oh, maybe a little bit of contact there heading into turn 1. They're going to continue to, I think, try to make the teamwork, make the dream work happen here. There's no sense of fighting here. Okay, well, they're going to make me eat my own words. There is Joey Rainey. Maybe goes a little bit too wide. Nico Colby saying, hey, I have no choice here. I have to try and make something happen. Joey Rainey takes me to right back away from the vehiclebuyers.com number 16 machine. Whoa, there goes a spin. No, it's Jake Steckler who goes around. Oh man, here's a slow-mo replay. We have seen this about lap after lap after lap. That's where you have to be aggressive on that grass crete, and unfortunately there, Jake Steckler, a little bit too aggressive there. It got 4 tires off of the grass crete and actually into the real grass, and unfortunately that sends the number 42 machine hard. Probably going to be the end of the night for him. Now, tried to save it as well. Unfortunately, at that point, it's just too little, too late. Well, with this little bit of argy-bargy battling here between Joey, Nico, and Stone, I mentioned trying to make teamwork, trying to make the dream work happen here, but since I mentioned that and Joey kind of missed the entrance of the corner, made me eat my own words just slightly. It was lap 16 where Joey Rainey was just a little bit faster than our race leader, but 17, 18, 19 up until then. Whoa, we got a spin though. Here comes Nico Colby. Nico Colby in the vehiclebuyers.com machine. He goes around. He goes into the gravel trap. Nico, it's not summer break. We're not playing in the beach sand. Get it back out there out on track. He's going to deposit beach sand all throughout the track. Warren Johnson, he gets a little wobbly, wiggly. He saves it, does Warren Johnson. As Nico Colby, he goes way wide. There's no grip left in those racing tires after he goes for a play in the sands. What happened to the Nico Colby machine? That's the number 52. He's got Stone right there behind him. Oh, Nico. I don't know if... I'm going to keep my job up here in the booth, but briefly, I think Nico was way earlier than the it maybe almost looked like Nico was trying to make the defensive line or kind of make the Yeah, exactly. The defensive line happened there, tried to set up the inside line of the corner, and maybe it's also Stone who was right on his tail there. Not enough time there for them to avoid contact. I know that they both hate it as they were all trying to make their way back up and into this battle here between P1, P2. That's Andrew Bound, who's looking to go back-to-back top 3 finishers in the first 2 races in the Toyota GR86 West Coast Sim Racing League. Hopefully that radiator isn't too bumped in or anything here for Stone. I'm just joking. Everything looks a-okay in the front nose of the 52. But man, Slater and Stone, they continue to also run nose to tail. It's going to be interesting because I mentioned this earlier on in the race, ladies and gents. We have seen this once, twice, thrice, fourths, and fifths. And Stone Colby, that's a driver who slowly but steadily, he will continue to stalk and creep his way, slice and dice through the pack. He's right now sitting in that final driver interview spot as, Gregory Butcher, Christine McConey, they had, I think, a little bit of a spin and not quite a win here a couple laps ago. Really quick, here's a nice battle. We'll take a brief look at between Benjamin Foray and Josh Hunter. Like I mentioned, Josh Hunter, he's one of those drivers, I believe, one of our championship winners with the multi-class racing series. Josh, it's a completely different race car. It's different power, it's different weight, different suspension, brake pads, you name it. Josh Hunter, he's still fighting for a top 10 finish. That's plus 7 spots from the start of the race here from Josh Hunter. But like I mentioned, making a pass here, it's a little bit easier said than done, especially as we continue to work within the last 10 minutes of the race. Stays about the same there between Benjamin and Josh Hunter. Juan Hallett and Igor. Oh boy, Juan's gonna maybe try to knock on the inside line going out of turn 9 there. Here we go into turn 1. He's trick-or-treating, smell my feet, give him something good to eat, says Juan Hallett, as I guess it's gonna be after something out of Thanksgiving. I'll reach deep into the vocab book here as we make our way towards another holiday. Andreas Rafanes, Juan Hallett, they were running a little side by side. It was all ethical wheel there. I mean, you saw the gaps that each one of those drivers left here, and that's what I mentioned this earlier on in the race. It has been season after season, not only the race after race, but season after season. You start to kind of gain a little bit of a better gauge here on each one of these drivers and how exactly they might race you here. But it's also kind of fun to watch because a driver like Demetrius Gallegos, you don't know how he's going to race you right there. I don't know if he was maybe too happy to do it, but it looks like he kind of gave the point by, I think, to Andreas Perfana, slotted right back into line to able to really help open up corner entrance there. Whoa, 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 hang on to Andreas Perfana, the 95 down to go machine. That loses all the speed, that loses all the momentum in a very momentum-heavy and hungry track here like Brands Hatch. Andreas Perfana, he fought really hard for those 2 positions, but now loses them 2 right back. Falls back to P17. So point Slater, Stone Colby continues to run P3. Slater Colby is twin brother right there behind P4, separated by just 0.3 of a second. I still don't think we've seen the end all be all here between kind of this battle between first, second, third, fourth, and fifth, as there was almost a little bit of contact if there might have been between the 2 twins. Nice bird's eye view. Let's see what happens here out of turn. Oh God. 5 and is it 5, 6, and then 6, 7 we're running into here? Don't tell me it is, because, well, Joey Rainey, we saw his pace earlier on in the race. It's now with us continuing to crest our way ever so close to the white checkered flag here. About 6 minutes this time. I'm not even trying anymore, I'm sorry. At least with the 6 and 7 stuff, that's what I'm referring to there. That sounded bad, so I had to go back on that one. Andrew Bound, he's doing everything that he can to try and hold off Joey Rainey, but once again, if we do take a look at the last lap history, it's back and forth. It's cat and mouse. Lap 20, faster for Joey. Lap 21, faster for Andrew. Lap 22, faster for Joey. Lap 23, it's dang near even between the two. Well, Joey Rainey, if he has anything left in the virtual fuel tank here tonight of his mental arsenal of moves left, well, I don't think he's close enough, excuse me, to make a move here just yet. But he's definitely continuing to kind of steadily creep his way back up and into that slipstream and that draft range here for Joey Rainey. Joey Rainey's iRating is showing, and I laugh when I say this here because it's only showing 1,400. I think Joey's not quite ran as many official races as he has time here for, because Andrew Bound right up there in front of him. Andrew Bound has 3,000 road course iRating, but they continue to run lap times steadily even between one another. Matter of fact, the fastest lap times of the session, lap after lap after lap, as these fuel runs continue to burn, make these Toyota GR86s a slight bit lighter lap after lap, make them just that much less weight that they have to rip around and haul around this 9-turn, 2.3 mile, I guess you call it road course, but I would almost call it a kind of a super speedway of a road course with as many slipstream and draft opportunities that we do have available. We're gonna have to see some kind of stock car and NASCAR kind of offense and defense, if you will. Stay here, stick with me. I know it kind of sounds kind of wild and egregious, but like I was mentioning, the slipstream and draft, it does get so, it makes such an effect here with these aerodynamically considered bricks of machines of these Toyota GR86s. As you can see, a nice pass from Brandon Birch. He's got that longer run speed set up in the 36 tonight as he works his way back up to P5. But as I was mentioning here, it's going to be a game of not only the road course capabilities, but as well as the kind of the stock car racing experience that these drivers may have or not have. It's when you're going to throw that block. It's when you're going to try to make an aggressive offensive move here as you continue to get that, for lack of better words, the big suck off the back straightaway. Pause. Unpause. All right. We are a minute 42 out here at Brands Hatch. We're hopping on board at the race leader. Let's hop on board real quick as these laps continue to dwindle down here. Look at Andrew Bound not setting 2 tires off the racetrack at all, but continuing to put 2 tires on the 3D rendered rumble strips. Let's see what Andrew Bound's able to do here out of turn 9. Look at the dip in the track. That's another one of these kind of elevation hungry circuits here where it might not do it so much justice on camera, but as a driver you have to put micro adjustments in the steering wheel. You have to put micro adjustments in the throttle and brake pedal, as well as while you're doing all that, you have to try and hold off this battle for the race lead. Andrew Bound, Joey Rainey, it's getting as close as it has ever been, and except for the drop of the green flags tonight. This is not only getting close for the battle for the race lead, but we're also going to have a lapped car here start to play a little bit of a story changer, depending on what lines are ran here for the Christine McConey, number 13 Toyota GR86 machine. Here comes Andrew Bound. Here comes Joey Rainey. They're making some pace there on Christine, who runs P22. He's probably going to go down 1 lap this lap, but it's not if, it's when, and it's not when, but it is how. How does it happen? Does this compromise this battle for the race lead? Christine, he's going to run in the slipstream, run in the the optimal racing line right here. He's gonna get loose there in front of the race leader. Oh, Andrew Brown has to tap the brakes. That kills all the momentum. Joey Rainey, he knows that this is his time to strike on the Peppa Pig machine. Joey Rainey, he's gonna slide it back and around, trying to make the crossover move to work here on the outside line. There goes Christine out and around. Christine's going to spin after he goes one lap down. We are still door to door for this battle for the race lead. And if my math is math, your ladies and gentlemen will hop on board with this battle. We'll have to see. Where's Barney? Where's Barney? Here he is. Barney the flag man, wave it loud and proud. It's white flag. It's side by side. It's door to door going into turn one for the final time tonight. It's contact between Joey Rainey and Andrew Brown. Here comes contact. Here comes Stone Colby. Stone, he's going to do it once again. No, he's going to think better of working that inside line. But how many times have we seen it? Season 1, Season 2, and now Season 3. Stone Colby is right there with them as the two race leaders are still door to door for the final lap here tonight for Brands Hatch. It's Joey Rainey who inches out here by 0.001 tenths of a second. It's now half the track to go as we climb back up the hill. Joey Rainey, he's doing everything that he can in the Peppa Pig machine. Excuse me, that's Andrew Brown in the Peppa Pig machine, who now slots back to P2. Joey Rainey to P1. It's now side by side between Slater and Stone for that final driver interview spot. There's contact between the two Colbys. What a save there for Slater. Stone works his way back into P3. Those racing tires are not going to be happy for Slater Colby. Here comes Joey Rainey for the final time tonight out of 6, 7, and 8, and 9. Right after this, Joey Rainey. This battle for the race lead isn't over. They're both slipping and sliding out of 7. There is no contact yet, but Andrew Brown is right on the rear bumper. What does Andrew Brown here do out of the final turn, out of the final time from Brands Hatch? Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Who gets it done? We're leaning on each other. It's Joey Rainey. It's Andrew Brown coming to the stripe. Stone Colby's right there with him. Checkered flag is out. Who gets it done? It's a photo finish from Brands Hatch. We're showing Andrew Brown at the line. Andrew Brown by 0.004 seconds. We're all slipping and sliding here. What a race win. Andrew Brown goes back-to-back podium finishes in the West Coast Sim Racing GR86 League. What a race. What a finish on Stam Studio Network. Take a look at this checkered flag. Take a look at what he did. How close is it, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, I don't know. It might be this close. Here we go, out of turn 9. We're going to start to get closer and closer. We're going to inch towards the start-finish line. Here it comes. Andrew Brown side drafting, contact, doing everything that he can. There's the stripe. We're going to get some better camera angles of it here in just a couple moments time. Okay. I don't know what to do. We're going to take a quick break here. Stick with us on Stam Studio Network. I guess before that, we'll take a look at some unofficial, official race results, and then we'll get a way better camera angle here on this finish. Actually, I can't wait, and I'm not even going to send it to commercial. Stick with us here because I got to get this better camera angle. It's bugging me. What a race win for Andrew Brown. Well, we'll chat with Dr. Andrew Brown here in just a few moments' time, live in Stam Studio Network top 3 driver interview booth. Here's going to be the photo finish view that we're all looking for here tonight. It's kind of from almost the grandstands, if you will. This is going to be fun. Take a look at what he did. Coming to the stripe. There's the stripe right there. Andrew Brown. I don't even, it's maybe visual by maybe a centimeter, if even that. Golly, this is going to be a fun top 3 driver interview booth here. All right, one more time tonight because I can't. This is crazy finish. This is probably, if not the closest finish that we've had in West Coast Sim Racing League history. I got to get it right on the money. There, that's going to be the best look at it right there. Don't post any screenshots just yet, ladies and gents, until you see this one. This is the screenshot. This is the shot you want to post. Andrew Bound with a .004 seconds win at the line. And speaking of Andrew Bound, I believe we're about to catch up with him here on Stam Studio Network. Andrew Bound, this is Sean Stam live up here, down here in Victory Lane, wherever I am, I don't know. Andrew, I'm still shocked here. Congratulations on the race win.
Thank you, sir. Happy to be here. I think this is my first win in the GR86 league from the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, that's crazy because, Andrew, we've seen how much pace you have in practice and in qualifying. The Peppa Pig machine finally able to get one done after many podium finishes as well. Andrew, what was going through your mind that whole last lap coming across the stripe and now down here in virtual Victory Lane?
I'm just trying to keep my head down, just, pull a bit of a gap to get out of the draft zone, in P2, and then Christine, whatever his name is, just did not get out of the way on the last, I was up I think 7 or 8 tenths on Joey, having a nice comfortable spot, and God, my butthole was clenched that whole last lap. I mean, I'm sure it made for good content for the stream, but it shouldn't have been that close.
Yeah, that's actually really well said. It's you're right. It did make some content. I'm sweating and screaming up here in the booth when I saw it, and it is kind of unfortunate that is what it came down here to. It completely ruined your run, Andrew. We saw you have to tap or maybe even slam the brakes, ruined the whole momentum there for you.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, it made for good content. I love races that finish like that. It would have been fun if the whole race was like that, just the nonstop battle like it was last Monday. But just good racing, good clean driving overall. Happy with the result.
Well, Andrew, congratulations on the wins here. Congratulations on the win here tonight from Brands Hatch. I'll let you get to popping the virtual champagne, but before we let you get going here, Andrew, who makes it all happen? Who we thinking here tonight?
Thanks for Warren for hosting always a really good league, good competitive guys that are here. Sean, thanks for hosting a really great broadcast.
Hey, thank you so much, Andrew. That's what keeps us going down there, back behind the scenes. Andrew, have a great rest of your night, man.
Thanks, man. You too.
All right, it's the new father himself. It's Joey Rainey who finishes P2, but excuse me, I misspoke earlier. That's .00, and then it gets into the thousandths here. Joey, man, oh man, at the line. How are you doing here tonight?
I am doing great. That was a ton of fun. It was probably the outcome that should have happened, given how Andrew kicked our ass all race. But it was a lot of fun having some action there in the last lap. Even if it wasn't probably supposed to happen that way.
Man, that's really well said there, Joey. It was a lot of fun to watch you. I mean, I know you started, I think it was, 6th position here tonight. You worked your way back up to 2nd. Of course, that competition caution helps. It helps re-rack and restack the field. But the starts and the race restarts aren't easy, as we've seen. Can you kind of walk us through briefly a race start or a race restart one of these Toyota GR86s?
Yeah, I mean, it helps when you got people that aren't idiots around you, right? So you can get through. But yeah, no, I thought that all the starts they were pretty clean for the most part. I mean, Andrew really took off, as is his prerogative as the leader, right, on the restart. And luckily I was able to see it happen and hang out there with him, and it was fun. Usually I make up more positions in the starts and restarts, but I don't think I actually made any this time. Got kind of lucky with some guys up front ejecting, having some issues, so always good to be the beneficiary.
Well, we appreciate a quick driver interview here right after the race. Joey Rainey in the Birds Orange Reel, number 30 GR86. Before we let you get going, who would you like to thank? Who makes it all possible for you, man?
Like Andrew said, obviously Warren for having a great league with lots of good competitive drivers, and you for putting on a good stream, and then also, again, 2nd week in a row, I'm going to thank my wife this time for taking the newborn child rather than for carrying it last week. So that's everybody.
Well, congratulations on 2 back-to-back podium finishes. Congratulations on the new family member there as well, Joey. It's going to be fun to continue to watch your way and work your way and race your way throughout this West Coast sim racing season.
Thanks, Sean. Have a good one.
You as well. All right, I believe we got 2 more driver interviews left. Before we get to the league owner, though, we're going to catch up with P3. It's Stone Colby. Stone with another top 3. And these top 3 look a little familiar. Top 3 from last week and top 3 from this week as well. Stone, you got yourself a copy, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, a little bit of contact on the front bumper there, but we'll keep things moving and grooving. You'll work your way back up to P3 like we have seen time and time again. Stone, this week, how did you get it done from Brands Hatch?
This time I didn't have the consistent pace. I posted the fastest lap of the race, but I just didn't have consistent pace. Andrew was just ridiculously fast, and unfortunately I pushed my braking point going into turn 2 way too close to Nico and took him out. I tried to hit him straight and it ended up throwing him all the way off the track. And then I almost made it another one with Slater on the last lap, and then I pushed him straight and he was able to save it. So I feel bad for doing that to Nico, but I'm not perfect, so shit happens. But no, I mean, it was just, you know, I only gave myself about 10 minutes of practice before the race and just didn't have enough time on the track, and the setup was pretty pushy, Warren.
Oh my
god. But no, it was a lot of fun, clean racing and moving up through the pack, and we were trying to bump each other as much as we could to kind of keep the pack close, but Andrew just had a shit ton of pace. So a very fun finish, you know, even though I know Andrew wasn't too stoked about the lap driver, but he definitely made it interesting, which the whole time on the mic I was telling him, I was like, this is what it's all about, this is the fun part, which I get it. He was 8/10 up, he wanted to just win, but I mean, he came out first anyways. But it was that last lap was a ton of fun.
Oh, that's another well-said statement there for you, Stone. A lot of fun to watch you there. Congratulations on another top 3 finish. I had something I was about to ask, but got a little distracted there. So, Stone, I'm sure it'll come to me here after everything's said and done with. But who would you like to thank if anybody new there for you, or anybody that you got to bring back here in the thank yous?
Warren, obviously, for putting on a great league, and you for broadcasting as always. Do a great job. And Overstock Vehicles, vehiclebuyers.com, and my friends and family for watching week in, week out.
Appreciate it, Stone. I hate to say it because it's about to hit me, but man, have a great rest of your night.
You too.
All right, we got one more. He's the man, he's the myth, he's the legend. Inside joke there, confirmed. It's Warren Johnson up here in the booth. Warren, how you doing, man?
Oh my goodness. I'm doing all right, man. How are you?
It was actually really fun up here tonight. It's Warren. I know you've got so many thank yous, but I'll add to them. Another great car track combo. But we'll get back to you here tonight. How was your race in the number 24 Burris engineering machine?
Varus, but yeah, it was fine. I didn't really gain. I think I only moved up 1 spot, so not too bad. But that was because Jake spun and gave it to me. Otherwise, I would have stayed in 12th. But no, it was okay. It was whatever. I was kind of bouncing back and forth between the Packers game, which we lost, and the race, and dealing with a lot of trolling coming from the Colby family and Brandon Birch and everyone in Apex tonight. But it's all fun and good fun, and they wanted to give me shit about the setup tonight, but I see 1, 2, 3, 4 people out of the top 5 who were complaining about the setup, so I don't want to fucking hear it.
Oh my.
But no, they're just messing with me. And they can thank Jeremy Fletcher, the MX5 Cup champion from this year in IMSA, for that setup. So, yeah, so they can complain to him, not me. But no, I guess it was a fun race, a fun track. I guess it was a pretty close finish. So that hopefully you got that on the stream.
I actually missed it. No, I'm just kidding. I got it.
Yeah, man.
And real quick, let me check here on iRacing. It's showing .004. So I believe that's thousands, 4 thousandths at the race line. I think that's faster than we can blink.
Yeah, I think that's tied for the closest finish. Or there was one I think that was 001. I think that was at Phillip Island, if I remember correctly.
Oh, you're right.
But that we have a lot of good finishes in this race, so in this league. So come join us, guys. Come race with us. The registration's still open.
Alrighty, well, that's gonna about here do it on STAM Studio Network. Come race with us if you like what you see, and I don't know how you couldn't like what you see after that one. Warren, before we let you get going, who makes it happen?
Just everybody for joining. What do we have? Did we have 26 tonight or 24? I think.
I think 25.
We had 25.
I think in the middle.
20 only. Yeah, 25. Wow. See, that's good. We're trying to get that to 30, but that's a good ass number. So I'm happy with 25. Can't beat it. Yeah, thanks for all the drivers for coming along. All the new names that we got. There's so many of them. Samuel, Glenn, Igor, Colton, Gregory, Demetrius, Chris, Kalani's been here, and Nikolai. All those new guys for coming and racing with us. Glad to have you here, and more than happy to keep racing with you all. Thank you for broadcasting as always. And to the Apex crew, the Rainey family, the Colby family, Birch, all those guys. Thanks to all the admins, Robert Schwenkler. Thanks to Amethyst for giving us all a heart attack and advancing the session 10 minutes before qualifying. That was a mistake, but whatever, it's okay. It all worked out in the end. So anyways, thanks for watching, also all the viewers. So. And we'll see you on Thursday, where we will be racing VIR GT4s. So stay tuned for that at the GT Challenge Series.
Appreciate it, Warren. That's going to about send it off here for us on STAM Studio Network. You know the line. Everybody, drive those virtual cars home safe. Fly those virtual flights home safe as well. We'll see you Thursday at Virtual VIR. Appreciate it, everybody. Until next time, real quick, thank you, Terry, Apollo, Moonlight Dancer, Milena, Colby joined us as well as in live YouTube land. We appreciate each and every single one of you. Have the best, the greatest rest of your night. Thanks, everybody.